Welcome back to the very next episode of Pavement Pals. This week we've got something special for you. It's bike week. That's probably all I need to do. This is Pavement Pals, where every car has a story and every ride has a reason. So welcome to the motorcycle special of Pavement Pals. Today we're here with D'Artagnan and his bike. You want to tell him a little bit about your bike?
It's a ZX-10R 2015, 1000 cc.
And I've got my 2007 Harley-Davidson Dyna Wide Glide with me. So we went on a little ride with all of our friends. We had a big group together, and I pulled D after, and we just wanted to see, so why the ZX-10R? I know you've had other bikes before, but why do you like this bike specifically?
Specifically, I like the engine braking, because I've had a 636, which is also Kawasaki. It's brand new, 2023, but I just went and got this bike after trading around, buying and selling bikes, fixing them up, making a little bit of money. Got this one.
Hell yeah.
I like the engine braking and the speed and everything else a whole lot better than the 636.
What's your favorite thing about owning a leader bike?
The possibility of going fast.
The possibility?
The capability, I guess.
Yeah, the capability. Damn, bro, I'm busting my chair up. Is there anything that you didn't expect when you got your bike?
You know, just the power.
Yeah.
Power change. So learning to ride a different bike than
you thought you were prepared until you got it, and then it's like a huge
Absolutely.
change.
It's huge. It's like it's life changing.
Yeah.
Life threatening too.
So how long have you had the ZX-10R now?
ZX-10, I've probably had about 6 to 8 months probably.
Okay, so not too bad. And how long have you been riding?
A little over 2 years.
2 years?
Right at 2 years.
Hell yeah. We actually got our motorcycle licenses back to back from each other so we could ride together.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when I got the ZX-6R, like before I even had my license actually. So I went and got that, and then went and got my license so we could ride together. And then a year and a half later, I was trading around bikes, had a RSV4 Aprilia, and we had that for a little while.
The Aprilia was pretty badass, but it was a little junker.
Yeah, that was a leader bike also. And then we had an opportunity to trade for the ZX-10R, and we went and traded. And the plan was to resell it for more money and obviously keep going buying bikes. But after I rode it, I don't want to get rid of it.
Oh, so you weren't even planning on keeping this? No. You were trading up, and this just caught you.
Came in my hands, so I held on to it.
It just came in your hands good, dude.
So I went and stole my ZX-6R, paid off the payment on it, and bought this one.
Badass, yeah, it is a super clean bike.
In my hands.
I was gonna say, so have you done any work to your bike, or what's the worst fix that you've had to do so far? On this bike or previous bikes?
The worst fix is after my crash on my 600, my 636. I did a wheelie, and I wasn't supposed to, and it kind of ended really bad for me.
Everybody's got to have one learning experience, so that was your learning experience for sure.
Huge learning experience.
Yeah.
Definitely a little more respect for the bikes.
So you've learned how to wheelie now, or you?
Stay away from those.
Yeah.
So we did that.
We don't do that illegal stuff around
here. So we fixed the bike. I actually had to take off the whole stator and replace the stator cover and everything because I put a hole through it.
Yeah.
I destroyed the handlebars. I had to replace the handlebars. Every fairing I had to rechange because I messed up the entire left-hand side. So
one thing I will say about that's good about you and your whole family, you're always wearing protection, so you weren't hurt at all, which is really all you can ask for in that kind of situation. Absolutely. So, all right, so we do a segment with all of our guests where we pull out our trusty dusty wrench-o-meter. So if you had to give this a wrench rating on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the easiest to work on, 5 being the worst to work on, what would you give the ZX-10R?
ZX-10R, it definitely had to be like a 2 or a 3. It's fairly simple.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, it takes a little more paying attention, but once you know what you're doing, it's so simple.
So he knows what he's doing, so
we'll get easy. Yeah. I guess if you're completely brand new, have no idea what you're doing, I'd throw it up there at a 4. Like if you have no idea what you're looking at, don't try to do it by yourself.
So for a professional like this, 2.5 out of 5 to work on. Well, cool. That's badass.
All right, we're at the Guess That Engine segment of the video today. We have 3 sounds to play in D'Artagnan's ear, and we're going to give him 3 options to choose from, and that's going to be the segment. All right, you want to play that first one, Adam? All right, so you got 3 options here. A Victory Freedom V-Twin.
Okay.
A Harley Milwaukee 8107.
Okay.
Or an Indian Thunderstroke 116.
It didn't sound very big, kind of quiet. I'm gonna go with, what was the very first one?
The Victory Freedom V-Twin?
We'll go with that
That's, where
one.
you go with that. That's correct. Woo, that's the only one he's gonna
I had
get.
no idea.
All right.
I'm surprised I got that. Hold up.
That was crazy.
Question number 2. You want to play it?
That's gonna be hard.
All right. So your 3 options here are Yamaha R6. Option number 2 is a Kawasaki ZX-10R.
Okay.
Or a Suzuki GSX R1000.
Let's say the Yamaha R6.
That is incorrect, dude. It is the...
Bro, it's
Wait,
so
that was
quiet.
his bike? Oh.
It's so quiet.
All right, last question.
Next one.
This one's for all the chips, D.
All this shit.
All right. Yep. All right, you got 3 options here. A Honda Grom, a Yamaha R3, or a Kawasaki Z650.
Oh no. I know all 3 of those bikes are so little.
Do you need a hint? I have a hint.
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
It's small, cheap, and everyone wants one.
Okay. Honda Grom.
There we go, correct.
Who doesn't want a Honda Grom?
I don't know what that is. We're on to our next section for the games called This or That Throttle Edition.
Throttle.
All right, so I'm gonna give you 2 options, and you
Okay.
gotta pick this or that.
Okay.
All right, a full face helmet or a 3/4?
Oh, full face.
Belt drive or chain?
Chain.
Loud pipes or sleeper exhaust?
Ooh. I like loud. I like the loud.
Speed limit, do you follow it or not?
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, yes. Unless I'm on a track.
Matte black or chrome?
Matte black.
Track day or mountain ride?
Ooh, mountain ride.
Solo or group ride?
Group.
Interviewed by Donut Media or the Pavement Pals?
Pavement Pals.
You heard it here, folks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, since we're on the bikes today, instead of tailgate talk, we're gonna have something new. Tank talk. All right, D, so if you had a dream road trip, where would you go?
Ooh.
Where would you take the bike to?
Mountains of Wyoming.
Wyoming, dang, that's a good ride, dude. I was thinking Niagara Falls.
I mean, that'd be good, but there's not enough curves.
Yeah.
Like the mountain rides.
Well, hey, next update for the bike, we're in Wyoming. So that'd be badass. What is the best piece of gear that you bought?
All of it. The
Yep.
jacket, the helmet, and
You
the
can't beat that. Really, if you get one piece, you should get it all.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, start with the helmet, though.
Definitely the helmet.
Are there any mods or anything that you've had in your Amazon cart or your shopping list anywhere that you've been waiting on getting?
Not really mods per se, but I guess add-ons like the
Yeah.
frame sliders, engine protection,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
You don't go through frame sliders too often, do you?
No.
That's good.
No, let's hope not.
What is one thing that you've learned about motorcyclists in general since becoming a rider that you might not have known before you started riding motorcycles?
Their family. Everybody's, really helpful for each other, and they're always there.
Everybody I ever pass on a motorcycle waves,
Yep.
even the people on mopeds. So
Yeah, everybody.
it is literally.
Doesn't matter what kind of rider you are, everybody's waving.
It's hard to beat the Subaru community, but the motorcycle community goes pretty hard. So even the Harley brothers, they're pretty chill sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If your bike had a personality, what would you say it's like?
I don't know. It'd probably have to be like a lion.
A lion?
Because they're so calm until they're ready to hunt, ready to go.
Put a PNG of a lion growling in there.
They're ready to go.
If my bike had a personality, what would you give it?
I don't know. Probably a meerkat.
A little ferret sticking up, dude. Hey, dude, those little things, those little suckers, they get down.
They're ferocious,
okay?
man.
Yeah, they're ferocious, dude. I would have to say that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's ferocious. If you had unlimited money and you were gonna put 3 bikes in your garage today, what bikes would you get and why?
It would be the Ninja H2R, just because it sounds so good. It's really fast. It looks amazing. Next one would be the BMW S1000RR.
Not a Beamer, dude. Oh,
the
man.
Carbon edition.
Hell
just
yeah.
so clean.
That is a clean bike.
It's so clean. And third, it's a tough fight between Kawasaki and a Yamaha. Between the ZX-10 and the...
You've got to have a Ninja. You've been riding Ninja since your first bike.
I know. So it had to be the ZX-10R.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass. Mine would be just 3 Dyna Wide Glides because they're the badass bike. What's the last thing that really tested your patience in the garage? Is there any last wrenches you've thrown, or what was the worst thing you've had to work on?
Probably the last thing that actually kind of took me off a little bit was doing the full exhaust on my ZX-10R.
Yeah?
Because the springs were impossible to stretch.
Was it worth it though?
It was worth it. It sounds fantastic.
That's good. At least the time and effort was worth it. That's all that matters. That's it for Tank Talk. All right, so now it's time to get deep with D'Artagnan, and not in a sexual way. D, if there was somebody that you had to say was your helmet hero that got you into riding and just is the reason that you have a passion for this sport pretty much, who would you say that is?
My dad. He rode a lot when he was younger. Stopped when he had kids, and when I was in Texas, I decided I wanted to ride bikes, so he decided to get one back with me, and we've just been riding since 2 years ago.
And we rode with him today. He was that badass motherfucker, you know, 7 foot tall, fucking. But yeah, he's one of the reasons I got into riding was because they were getting into riding. So really, that's a perfect helmet hero. He started off many people's passion for this sport. Yeah, it's badass. So.
All of our friends, yeah.
Yeah, really, exactly. The whole group, and we follow him around everywhere we go. So shout out D Sherb. He's the reason we're out here right now. One other thing that I was going to ask you while we were out here is, do you like riding in the line with everybody, or are you just all you care about as long as they don't hit you?
Stagger, you know, stay staggered, a little less dangerous.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being in a group as long as everybody's respectful and calm.
Yep, and everybody's waiting their turn to get pictures, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Well, all right, I guess we'll get things wrapped up, and yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Shout out to D, shout out to his badass bike, and shout out to everybody that came with us on our ride today. Shout out to Luca back there for being our cameraman in the car, and shout out to Cam for driving the car around while he was recording us. But thank you so much for watching, and catch us on the next episode where we're gonna learn a little bit about another car. I'm Adam.
I'm Cam.
And I'm D'Artagnan.
And we are the Pavement Pals. That was perfect. Badass. Pretty badass. Oh, cool. That's badass.
Yeah.
That's badass. Badass motherfucker. Yeah, that's badass. Badass. Hell yeah, dude. That's badass.